Hi everyone. This afternoon we are going to make a couple of dishes. The first one I'm going to make is an eggplant dish. And this is a very traditional Hyderabadi Bhagara Baigan. What it translates to is eggplant but in a fried style. And this is traditional from the province of Hyderabad in India. But this is not the traditional dish because that's very complicated. It has a lot of ingredients and they have to be slow roasted, ground, blah blah blah. Takes hours to make it. So I have taken that basic recipe and I have modified it to make it very simple. So what I have right now is about one medium onion. I have sliced it using a mandolin, and that is being fried right now in a couple of tablespoons of oil. And to make it go a little faster, what I did was I took 2 pounds of eggplant, and here's my eggplant. And what I did to them was I sliced them and baked them in the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. Why did I do that? Just to cut back on the time that I need to do for doing the cooking. Because when you make these eggplants, the traditional way would have been that you would have taken each slice and you would have pan fried them. And if you're making a bunch of eggplant, that takes a long time. So when I make this for a large family gathering, it's much easier to just slice them, roast them in the oven, and frankly that cuts back on the oil too, because if I would be pan frying them, I'd be using a lot of oil. So this is an easy way to cut back on the time, to make it a little bit healthier. So I have 1 onion frying in about couple of tablespoons of oil, and when it turns into a light golden brown color, then I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. So what are the main ingredients in it? It's onions, tomatoes, eggplant, and just some spices. So what are the spices? Let's move over to our spices. The first one is sesame seeds, and it's about 1.5 teaspoon of sesame seed. The second one is poppy seeds, khash khash, again 1.5 teaspoons. I have 1.5 teaspoons of coriander, dhania, half a teaspoon of turmeric, haldi, half a teaspoon of cayenne, and about 1 teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of fenugreek. This is grind up too. Everything is grind up. This is methi dana. And once the onion turn a little light golden brown, I'm going to add some tomato to it, and not just tomato. Traditionally, this would have had ground up peanuts. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to add up some peanut butter. So my onions are almost done. We want them light golden brown. I added about couple of tablespoons of oil. If my mother was making it, it would be about 1 inch of oil. So this is to taste. You decide how much oil you want, but you basically want the onions to be a light golden brown. And to this, it's 1 onion. To this, I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon or 1.5 tablespoon of garlic paste. I always make my garlic paste and kind of stick it into the fridge, and about 1 tablespoon of ginger. We're almost there, so let me just add the garlic and ginger. So 1 tablespoon and 1.5. Saute it a little bit. Just to get the smells out, and then we add some tomato paste. You can use tomato sauce, you can use tomato paste. This is actually not paste, this is tomato puree. You can use any of those. If one tomato sauce means you'll have to cook it a little longer because it will have additional water to it. Tomato paste, you'll have to add a little water. And I'm going to use about 2 cups. This was 2 cups. And this is 2 pounds of eggplants. So while this is cooking, I'm going to add the rest of our spices. So far we had not added any spices. Stir it all very well together. I think I'm going to add a little bit of water to it. It looks too thick. I do want it to cook it down and for the spices to cook a little. And then I will add some peanut butter. So about 2 tablespoons. I will add a little bit of more water to it. Not a lot, just a little bit. Just to wash my measuring cup. Literally nothing more than that. Mix it all together. And then I will let it cook. Now you can skip the peanut butter in case of allergies. I have made the dish both ways, with and without peanut butter. Either is fine. I think my tomato base looks good. What I'm going to do is add the eggplant to it. And then it will just simmer in the tomato mixer and cook for about 15-20 minutes, no more. I've mixed it all up, and then it's going to just gently simmer. Once it has simmered and cooked down, I will add a little bit of lemon juice to it. I have half a jalapeno. That this is the time to now add it to my eggplant. It has now cooked for 15 minutes. So let's see how it's doing. Okay, it looks pretty good. Yep. I'm just going to add my onion to it. And I think I'm going to add my lemon juice to it, and we are done with the eggplant. So what I like to do with my lemon juice is I juice a whole bunch of lemons and I just freeze them, so it's easy. That's 1 cube, and I'm going to throw in 2 cubes for 2 pounds, and that's basically 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So you can see there is hardly any water in it. It is very thick. And my eggplant is ready. We'll just garnish it with the cilantro. That's it. Eggplant is done.